You're watching First Alert 7 News at 9 on the CW and live on YouTube with Lauren Munt and weather with Tom Tiefertiller.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for First Alert 7 News on the CW, and thanks to those of you joining us live on the First Alert YouTube. I'm Lauren Munt, and topping our show tonight, Permian Basin containers continues to catch fire, with the latest flare-up happening around 12:30 this afternoon. Take a look. This is a time-lapse from the First Alert 7 weather iCams showing the thick black smoke from the blaze. The city of Odessa says that today's flare-up was put out quickly, but that OFR will remain on the scene as the fire continues to smolder. You'll remember PBC first caught fire back in June, leaving residents to deal with ongoing environmental and health concerns. In Big Spring, a liquor store caught fire around 3:15 a.m. That's according to Big Spring Fire Chief Jay Holt. The structure suffered extensive damage, and the cause is under investigation by the fire marshal. Also in Big Spring, a man has been found guilty of capital murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. On November 17, 2022, 35-year-old Quincy Lamar Henry was involved in an altercation that resulted in the shooting of Don Brooks and Edward Martinez. Both of them died from their injuries. The shooting also injured a female victim. Today, the jury found him guilty of capital murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He's been given a recommended 40 years of prison. We will update you with more information about his sentencing as we receive it. We have a developing story for you now out of Midland. In the northwest part of town, it's a residential area called Llano Estacado. It's also the future location of the second YMCA in Midland. Residents claim that this land is, quote, landlocked, and that the city has limited rights to certain parts, specifically roads of the areas. Neighbors are saying that it's unfair that they weren't asked for permission to grant rights or sell access, especially since they've been paying taxes and taking care of these easements for years. And now the city wants to turn one into a 3-lane road.
What they're doing right now is pretty much stealing land. They're stealing our land to give to the YMCA so that they can run a child care facility out here on landlocked property. They're landlocked because they don't have a way to get to a public right-of-way without trespassing through our private easements.
The city maintains that they have followed the proper procedures and ensured that the public had access to their plans every step of the way, and that nothing has been done without transparency to the public and specifically the residents of the area.
When we look at where residential building permits are being issued across the cities, over the last 5-6 years, we see different areas that are hot spots. One of those areas is the northwest area of town.
On Tuesday, the city of Midland will vote on the land's specification use designation, or SUD. This is a classification for uses that may have a more significant or potentially negative impact on an area, or that may dominate the surrounding district compared to other uses. Numerous Llano Estacado residents plan on attending. We've got a traffic alert for you in Big Spring. Multiple cars, including a few 18-wheelers, were involved in a pileup on Highway 350. That's about 20 miles northeast of Big Spring near County Road 53. This picture is from our partners at KBS Media. We still don't have any details on what caused this accident, but we do know it happened in a construction zone. The area has now opened up, and we were told that only 2 people were injured and there were no fatalities. And in Midland, starting tomorrow, TxDOT will be working on repainting the lane markings along the frontage roads at busy I-20 intersections. The first project is tomorrow at I-20 and Loop 250 west of Midkiff. The other location for road work will be at I-20 and Highway 349 east of Cotton Flat. There will be periodic lane closures early in the morning and most of the day. Some oil and gas news for you now. Halliburton was hit by a cyber attack that forced the major oilfield services company to take its systems offline. Halliburton says an unauthorized third party gained access to some of its systems, and the company immediately activated its cybersecurity response plan and launched an internal investigation with the support of external advisors. That response included proactively taking certain systems offline to help protect them and notifying law enforcement. The company said the investigation is ongoing, and its response includes restoring systems and assessing the damage. We're going to take a pause now and talk your weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller. Tom, it was a hot week. Is it going to be a hot weekend?
Well, it's going to start off hot, then we're going to see some nice changes coming our way as we get out of those triple digits. Now, the satellite and radar view, you probably saw those clouds to the east. That's some scattered thunder shower activity across portions of Mitchell County into the Big Country right now. And really staying off to the east, we had a little more across portions of the Big Bend earlier today as temperatures were hot. Just 1 degree off a record high out at the Midler National Air and Spaceport with 105. 108 out towards Wink and Monahans, 107 Big Spring and over towards Midland Air Park. So there's plenty of hot temperatures all the way up to 111 down towards Rio Grande Village. We're seeing a pretty quiet evening out there as temperatures are into the upper 90s. Still hanging on to triple digits down in the lower elevations of Big Bend National Park as we're seeing a southerly wind. So that's going to keep temperatures mild overnight tonight to warm as it'll only be into the upper 70s. But it looks like we'll start off with triple digits tomorrow. Sunday, a different story that we'll tell you about here in a few minutes.
Thank you, Tom. We've got new details for you now. According to the Texas Department of Licensing and Registration, Costco has officially filed paperwork to build a store in Midland. According to the documents, Costco is planning to start construction this December. The documents also show that Costco has decided to increase the store size. Originally, the Midland Costco was going to be 174,000 square feet, but now it'll be built at 182,000 square feet. Turning now to your election headlines, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has suspended his bid for the 2024 presidential race, and he's endorsed Donald Trump. However, despite his decision to support Trump, RFK says he's still staying on the ballot in battleground states. By doing that, he hopes to keep voters from voting for the Democratic Party. RFK Jr.'s sister Carrie Kennedy released a statement signed by several of their relatives saying, quote, "We believe in Harris and Waltz. Our brother Bobby's decision to endorse Trump today is a betrayal of the values that our father and our family hold most dear. It is a sad ending to a sad story," end quote. Talking some local election headlines now. In Midland, a drawing was held today to determine the order in which local candidates' names will appear on the November ballot. For the city council at large spot, John Burkholder's name will appear first, followed then by Eric Davidson, then Robin Poole and Rance C. Norton. Brian Stubbs' name will go first for the District 1 election, with his opponent Heather Bredemus second. John Norman runs unopposed for District 2. In Odessa, the same drawing was held for their 2024 local election. For mayor, Cal Hendricks' name will go first, followed by the incumbent Javier Hoven. Then for the at-large seat, the first name on the ballot, Denise Swanner, then Craig Stoker. Eddie Mitchell goes first for District 1 with Mark Mata second. And finally, the District 2 race, the order is Niela Urias, then Stephen Thompson. Let's talk some education news now. Midland College has been selected to join the First Generational Forward Network to support first-generation college students. The First Gen Forward Network is an organization that helps first-generation college students by providing resources and support to help hem in their collegiate career. Midland College already has initiatives in place, but being a part of this program will give them more opportunities to help the first-gen college students. MC will be able to learn from other schools about the best way to help first-generational college students, and they can explore what kind of programs and initiatives they can create.
So it's really important for us as a campus to learn what we need to do to help best support our college students, learn trends, learn different tactics to best support them academically.
About 450 institutions are a part of this network, with 80 schools joining for the first time this year. Midland College is planning to have conferences and networking opportunities for first-generational college students.
Professionals will hear from a wide range of other campuses across the country about what they're doing and what is working to best support our first generation college students. And then we'll have an opportunity to adapt and modify those ideas. I think it's important that we individualize the advice that we're given from our network to make sure that we're meeting the needs of students here in our area.
According to Midland College, over 50% of their student body are first-generation college students. The first day of school for Midland College is on August 26th. And earlier tonight, Casa de Amigos hosted their 7th annual senior prom. First Alert 7's Rachel Fortunato attended to talk to a Casa de Amigos leader and some seniors.
Over 200 seniors showed up to Pro Petro tonight to enjoy a night themed to Garden of Lights.
We have 3 senior centers here in town, and we all come together to do this wonderful prom for our seniors of the community.
At the prom, seniors got to enjoy a night full of good food and fun dancing. Most say their favorite part of the event is getting out for the night and talking to their friends.
It's a lot of fun, and it's wonderful to meet people and to socialize. It makes us feel very, very, very good.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's like you're looking forward to come out and dance and, well, first of all, eat and then dance. Oh, yeah. Remember our young days.
Casa de Amigos fully caters this event to its seniors.
We just want to create an experience for seniors who just give them a reason to come out and get dressed up and have fun.
They get to pick out the music, get to cast their own votes for prom kings and queens, and have the chance to win some fun raffle prizes. They also get a +1 and they invite their friends, kids, or even grandchildren to enjoy the night with. Photo booths were also available for anyone who wanted to capture the night. Casa de Amigos seniors say this event gets better year after year. For First Alert 7 News, I'm Rachel Fortunato.
Thank you, Rachel. Coming up, we've got a look at a few things that are happening in West Texas this weekend. Stick around. The Midland County Fair returned yesterday, and events are going on all weekend long. Tonight, fairgoers can experience bull riding and some entertainment from Groove City. And tomorrow is Family Day. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., you can get half-priced admission and discounted carnival bracelets. That's all because of a collaboration between the fair and us here at First Alert 7 News. For more information on the Midland County Fair, you can go visit our website. That's firstalert7.com. Also this weekend, a group of veterans are in town for an all-expense paid weekend of fishing on Lake Amistad. Real Thanks Group 63 arrived at Midland International Air and Spaceport on Thursday. They then visited the Vietnam Memorial before ending their day with a feast at Katie's Barbecue. The weekend is all made possible by Real Thanks, a nonprofit that honors veterans by getting them back into nature.
Well, we are going to be seeing some changes for the weekend. Finally, out of triple digits by Sunday. We'll talk about it coming up next.
Now, from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, we did see another hot day, only 1 degree off of a record high once again across the area. Now, satellite and radar view shows we did see a couple of thunder showers pop up extreme eastern Permian Basin over towards Colorado City. About as close as things got. Also near the Big Bend area too a little bit earlier, but expecting that to really start to wind down now that the sun is setting. As we are looking at most areas dry and hot again, up to 105 out at the Miller National Air and Spaceport, only 1 degree off a record high of 106, so we didn't reach that, but close enough out there with temperatures currently into the upper 90s and still hanging on to triple digits down here right along the Rio Grande there in the lower elevations of Big Bend National Park. High pressure is in control of our weather, but it's weakening a little bit and moving off to the north and northeast, and as that happens, we're going to see the triple digits get out of here and also the possibility of an isolated shower thunderstorm come back to our forecast, but that's not really happening until we move in towards next week. Now across the state of Texas, a little disturbance rolling across, kicking off some scattered showers and thunder showers there across portions of the Texas Hill Country into the heart of Texas. And also some activity up here around the big country too at the present time. As temperatures again today were hot. Now we're trying to cool off a little bit out there into the upper 90s to still low triple digits down towards Del Rio at 101. Again, thunder shower activity winding down overnight tonight, and we'll see a few clouds left over, but overall though pretty quiet conditions on the way. For your Saturday, I don't think we'll see too much in the way of isolated showers, thunder showers, even into the mountain areas coming up this weekend. But again, a downward trend in temperatures is definitely on the way. So for the rest of tonight, again, upper 70s in the forecast out there. A little cooler down towards Marfa at 67. So the hottest stuff again right across the central eastern Permian Basin with those south winds keeping it up. And then tomorrow we're going to see the triple digits back with us. First Alert 7 10-day forecast is showing a downward trend in temperatures, an increase in thunderstorm chances later on next week. So a welcome change as we start to move in towards the Labor Day weekend as temperatures get back really to where they should be this time of the year.
Up next here at 9, we're taking a closer look at the Odessa Broncos ahead of their 2024 season. Week 1 is just 1 week away. That's all coming up in just a couple minutes. Let's talk some local sports now. The Odessa Broncos are under new leadership for 2024. Welcoming back former Bronco quarterback Eric Hartman. Hartman inherits an Odessa team that finished 5-5 last year and again missed the playoffs. But his players are already feeling confident, rallying behind their first-year head coach.
I love Coach Hartman, man. He brings the energy every day. He just wants to, he shows up, he has so much energy. He just loves watching us do good.
You can just tell, like, he wants it. He wants it really bad, and he wants it now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. He used to play Odessa High, he used to play here at this school, he used to play quarterback too, and now he gets to teach me what he learned.
Eric Hartman returns to his alma mater to lead his team to great things. For him, it's all about being back in his hometown, and he wants to honor it with his position.
You know, I'm excited to be back. Didn't think I'd have the opportunity to come back here and to come back to my hometown. And
Hartman was the starting quarterback for the Odessa Broncos in 1991 and 1992. He's been a special addition to the Broncos, especially for senior quarterback Mikey Cota.
It feels good. It's a lot of pressure on your shoulders, but I like pressure, so I'm excited.
His football IQ, you know, he sees stuff out on the field and he'd come up to me and tell me, hey, Coach, we need to, do you think we can do this? You know, having that bond as an Odessa High quarterback, there's already a factor in there of trust because we know we both love Odessa High and we want Odessa High to be good.
Catching the ball from Cota is an impressive wide receiver bunch. Odessa lost a star receiver after Ivan Carrion graduated and went to play for Oklahoma. But the Broncos have a deep receiver room filled with athletes ready to break out.
You know, we have Santi Madrano coming in here, and you know he's a kid that broke his collarbone last year, and so he's a guy that's a kind of a dark horse that I think he's going to have a breakout season. But you know, Kobe, man, he's a guy that can go over the top. We can put it tight in. We can send him deep. You know, A-Rod, we can do almost everything with him. And
a duo within that deep room is one that is reuniting after playing together as young kids.
Kobe's good. He was a freshman last season. He came in, just picked up the offense easy.
Me and Andrew, actually, if you can go back, me and him played together. He was my quarterback in 4th grade. We've known each other for years, and we've been a duo for a long time.
And he can do it all. He can run, he can catch. Anything in his radius, he's going to come down with it.
It will be a new offensive line this year, with the Broncos losing 4 of 5 starters. The Odessa defense will need to step up if the Broncos want to make some noise. Opponents scored fewer than 30 points just twice last year. A big vocal leader for the defense will be senior Landon Wilkerson.
Nothing new, same thing as last year. I know they rally behind me. I got to set the example. I know that.
He's a guy that can get everybody set in the right spot. You know, we try to pick on him in practice, and we can't because he's always in the right spot and doing the right things. And then our linebackers in there, they're flying out of there doing great things. You know, our corners are ball hawks to the ball. You know, they caused a lot of turnovers today against us. And
the linebacking core should be led by Daniel Garcia and Ryan Sanchez. As for the cornerbacks, Wilkerson expects a breakout candidate in junior Miguel Ramos.
He wasn't even on varsity last year, but he showed up after the spring. He showed up over the summer. He looked really good.
The defensive line should also be a strong point in the senior-heavy defense. That group will be led by Jacob Hornan and Tony Romo.
Those guys in there just are bulls, and so you know.
Tony Romo, he's just a big body. It's hard to deal with a big body like that.
Odessa has not been to the playoffs since 2013. That's in the team's mind, and they want to make their return.
Our only goal this year is make it week 11. The other side, all they want to talk about is beating us. We have bigger aspirations than just beating Permian.
We've only got 2 more pigskin previews to get to, the Midland Christian Mustangs and the McCamey Badgers. You can see both of those pigskin previews this weekend on Sunday during First Alert Sports. Still ahead, we've got one last look at your weekend forecast. That's coming up and more on First Alert News at 9. All right, Tom, before we go, take a look at this. Hundreds of sea lions took over San Carlos Beach in Monterey, California. It prompted local officials to completely close the area to human visitors. This footage here was released by the city of Monterey, and it shows all the sea lions on the San Carlos Beach, which is a lot. But apparently this is fairly normal that they get a bunch of sea lions on the beach. However, this number of animals was unusually high.
Maybe this was their biannual convention or something.
I don't know what makes it unusual.
Class reunion.
There you go, class reunion. Maybe they're having their political conventions.
Maybe.
Good beach day, though.
Yeah, good beach day there.
It'd be nice to be out in the water.
And I bet that was loud, too.
Oh, I bet it was. But I bet they were so cute.
No, I bet they were. Okay.
I would have liked to look at them. And I would have liked to be in the water.
Oh, who doesn't want to be in the water? Because this heat we've been dealing with has been ridiculous. But look at this. So after tomorrow, we're not putting triple digits in the forecast all the way through next week in the Labor Day weekend. That forecast
it's basically
is
a cold front.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a jacket.
Nice.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.